Checo Pro Joe here with my good friend Jeff Gabelsberg. Jeff, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Joe. Good to see you again.
It's great to have you here. Jolly Goat Garage Doors is the name of the company, and a question came into the radio program that I want to pose to you. Are you all set for this?
Absolutely. Bring it.
Okay, so we know in our area it gets very, very hot, and when it does, it may affect our garage doors. Question is does the extreme heat affect the garage door spring, which is a key component to the garage door?
That's a great question. And yes, it absolutely can. Different areas that get heat and cold will affect metal products. The molecules inside metal expand as the temperature changes, and heat can definitely affect the spring because it is made of solid steel. We do see that a lot. What we see more of is heat really affecting the garage and the home more than the actual garage door itself, as far as the effect of what heat does. If your garage gets really hot because you have a garage door, let's say, that's not insulated or something like that, that's actually going to affect your heating and cooling bill throughout the year. So that's one of the bigger things that we see as far as heat transfer when it comes to garage doors.
And there are solutions for that. People can actually insulate their garage. They can air condition the garage. But before that, they're going to want to get the insulated door. And what that is, everybody, it's not that cheap builder door you got that makes a lot of noise. This is a Cadillac. It sounds like one, it glides like one, but it's going to reduce the noise coming in from the outside. It's going to reduce the noise when it goes up and down, and it's going to keep the garage the climate you want it if you're going to heat or cool it, correct?
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, and there's been several studies out there around the country that have actually shown AC bills throughout the summer have dramatically dropped just by having a well-built insulated garage door. Makes a big difference.
Huge difference. I have insulated garage doors. I didn't know I would really love them until I got them.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I like about them most is they're quiet and they're sturdy, and I feel they're going to last longer. And with the heat, it makes a huge difference. The sun bearing down on my garage, which my garage is not attached to the home, it's a detached garage, and itself gets very, very warm, but it makes a huge difference with having that insulated garage door. But like I said, what I really like most about it is the fact that it is quiet and it runs smoothly. It's a heavier door. Does that affect the spring?
The weight of the door itself doesn't affect the spring whenever it's newly installed, because each spring is actually specific to the weight of the door. So every spring out there on every garage door is a little bit different. So the spring itself will be balanced, will be the perfect balance for whatever garage door is installed, whether it's an insulated or a non-insulated door. Over time, the spring is going to, the biggest effect on the spring is going to be wear and tear. Things that go into that wear and tear, a big thing of it is heat, cold. I've worked in different markets around the world, around the country. And in colder markets, the springs break a lot more often than they do in warmer markets. But we still see that same cycle on life cycle of the spring going fairly often whenever it stays very hot for a long time as well.
And we get the extremes in Oklahoma City. It can be hot and it can be cold at times. We get cold snaps. We don't get long periods of cold, but we can get freezing weather. And when you have that variation, it's really tough on some of the components. I would imagine in San Diego, the springs probably last longer, right? Because it's not really hot and it's not really cold.
That is true. Yeah, when you got more consistent weather and a regular temperature like that, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier on all kinds of metals and parts and hardware, garage doors specifically. Yes.
Jeff, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. All of Jeff's information from Jolly Goat Garage Doors is located in the description of this podcast. Reach out to them with any questions you have, and certainly to make an appointment. Once again, Jeff, thanks so much, buddy.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good one.